Hello, everybody. I feel like every time I start, I do something with my hands. What day is it? Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. So I wanted to hop on with some whiteboard session reflections. So I'm not sure if you saw, but I have created a new offer. It's still in its developmental stage. I'm not sharing it publicly yet. It's called a whiteboard session. If you're curious about it and you want to know more, you can totally comment to the right and let me know, and I'll message you directly with more information. If you want to know, that's fine. But right now I'm really kind of in this developmental phase, but I've been having these sessions, and the whiteboard sessions came out of a desire to create a way of working together that was a bit less, not intensive, but less of a commitment time-wise, energy-wise, financially than what my typical partnerships are. Up until now, the way to work with me has been through these intensive 6-month partnerships that I love and are still options and ways of having a partnership. But the whiteboard sessions are meant to be these super focused, kind of laser sharp, almost intensive sessions together to really help you get kickstarted and clear and a bit more focused and centered and out of your head than you might be feeling about something that you're working on right now. Again, if you want to know more, just comment and I'll send you the information directly so you can see it. I'm welcoming all kinds of feedback right now. But one of the things that I decided to do was following these whiteboard sessions that I have, because through my conversations with people is where I get my biggest insights. Like, there's almost a selfish motivation to it, because I learned so much through the work that I do with other people and the insights that they uncover, that it's an honor to be able to share that space with them. And it's just really exciting and invigorating for me to suddenly just have insights of my own. So today I just want to share a quick whiteboard session reflection, because I had a conversation today that was really awesome. And I realized that twice in as many weeks, so this is the second whiteboard session that I've had where this has shown up, the big aha that has come out of these conversations, right? So one of the things I like to ask is, all right, here you are now, this is Island A, and Island B, let's say, is a big idea. I'm a big fan of big ideas, of big visions, of wanting to create something and bring something to life. And I love finding out and giving people the space to really explore, like, what's on Island B? Like, what would make it worth this big adventure, all of the unknown? And these awesome women have come into this conversation, I think, kind of ready to talk about that. Like, yeah, here's this, there's this thing, and I know I want to make it happen. And we start to dive into it. But pretty quickly, I realize that there's something else that's happening. It's part of, like, my thing is that I just can see things in a different way. And I'm not shy about saying, all right, what else is going on here? Like, there's something else that's happening. It's not just here and here. There's something else. And over the course of these two sessions in particular, these women have been willing to trust the space, to trust me, to get incredibly vulnerable, and to talk about things in a way that they haven't talked to other people about. That's one of the powers of working with a coach, is that it's different than talking to your friends. It's different than talking to your family or your partners. You can really, like, give voice to the stuff that's just been in here. And there's something incredibly powerful about being willing to just say this stuff that you just carry around up top, right? And to kind of put it out and to just breathe into it and say, okay, there it is. Now we can look at it. And, it's like taking something from out of here and putting it on a table in front of you where you can examine it. So what became clear is that between where they are now and where they really want to go is actually an entirely different island. There's this very personal, there are these very personal circumstances that they both found a lot of clarity on that could likely be contributing to this sense of stuckness that they've been feeling and we're hoping to work through. And by virtue of noticing that, of kind of saying, all right, we're not just talking about you're here and there's this big thing you want to, I know you want to do it, but clearly there's this thing in the middle that is actually the very first step, that is maybe not the very first step, but is going to be an essential part of your journey in making this happen. And so I'm kind of sharing that with you just to maybe ask if there are things that you're thinking about doing, there's ideas that you have in mind, but you're just not doing them. They're just kind of, sitting out there and they feel kind of within reach, but you're feeling stuck for some reason or blocked. I'm on a pause, and if you were in the room with me, I'd be like, what is it really? What's really the thing that's in your way? What's the thing you haven't even said yet? What's the thing that you haven't told anyone else that you kind of deep down know is the real next step before you can have the space and the time and the clarity to take that bigger leap? So that's my whiteboard session reflection for the day. I'll be back for more as I continue to have these deep conversations. And yeah, again, feel free to leave any comments or questions below if you're curious to know more about them. Like I said, I'm happy to share the details with you privately. And it'll be public soon enough, but right now it's still in awesome development land, and I love it. All right, I hope you guys are having a great day. Talk to you soon.